Welcome back to the workshop. We've been working on the Gremlin build, and we've been working on it throughout the week. We document the work we do on it through YouTube Shorts, and then here on Saturday, we give a full update or a full wrap-up of the whole week, and that's what we're going to do today. And this week, we've mainly been working on the driver's side door that we hinged and up front over here. But let's start with where we started in the beginning of the week, which was working on this driver's side door that we hinged. The first thing we needed to do was build a lip down here, which basically we just built a door seal down at the bottom because we don't want this door to swing all the way into the body. Now, the easiest way to do that is just to build a little door seal. Let me see if I can open the door and show you what I'm talking about. If I come in close, come on, zoom in for me. There you go. We got a little seal down here. Basically, it's just a little build up, a little ledge, so that when the door closes, it hits up against that. And the way we did it was just essentially, basically we did the same thing we did on the passenger side. We basically just built, I guess, a triangle, a triangular structure. Used some thinner styrene, some 04 styrene on the body side so that it would kind of form to this shape. Use some thicker styrene to build out the seal and some support here. And so this is going to do two things for us. One, it gives us that little bit of ledge to keep the door from swinging all the way into the body. It gives it a stop point, but it also gives rigidity to this whole rocker panel. So this body has had a lot of work done to it. A lot of mounting points have been removed. So it starts to get a little flimsy. This actually, as you can tell, it actually very much stiffens up this rocker panel, gives us some rigidity, especially when we do things like move fender wells, where we have a lot of built-in structure. We want to get that rigidity, get it nice and stiff so we don't have things crack and whatnot. Anyway, so this kind of killed two birds with one stone here. We got some rigidity from this thicker 060 styrene, along with giving us a stop point for our door. Again, if I open the door and then close it, now, see, when I hit on it, it won't swing all the way into the body. And then the other thing we also did was build a front jamb. So let me flip it back over. If you guys remember right, when we used to open this door, it would sag real bad. So now notice when I open it, it swings nice and level. There's no sag anymore. It stays kind of right on that plane of where it's opening. And the way we did that's pretty simple. It's just with a front jamb. And if I open this door, looking from the inside, you can see there's some notches there, and these hinges actually ride on the top side of those notches. It's the bottom side with the body upside down, but with the right side up, it's the top side of these notches. So those notches now won't let it sag. I hope that makes sense. And the way we did that was pretty simple too. I just copied a template off of the passenger side, used it over on the driver's side, and then basically what you do is that you just kind of trim it very slowly, because these two sides, this being completely basically handmade, the two sides are just a hair different. So I just slightly trimmed it until I got it exactly where I wanted it, and it keeps it up nice and keeps that sag out of it. That was my main goal. I just want this door to swing natural like a real door, and that's going to do it for us. And now when we build the back side of this, we'll be able to put the magnets in like you see over there, and that's actually will hold it right there in place when it's closed. But we're almost there. Problem being is I actually ran out of styrene. I ran out of the thinner styrene. I ran out of 040, which is what we want to use to build these door jambs, because we got to be able to curve it. And the thinner stuff's a little easier to curve, but I did order some. It's going to be here actually tomorrow. It's going to be here on Sunday. So on Monday, we can get back to work on these jambs and get this door finished up, get the door skinned, get that back jamb done. But because of that, what we ended up doing was actually turning our attention to the front of the vehicle, where we talked about, and I think I've talked about in the past in these long format videos, I've talked about this grille that we're building. So I'm going to finalize this grille, and the idea is, let me bring back the original grille. Sorry. The original grille had these markers that I just really don't like the way they look. I think they just look absolutely hideous. So the idea is we're going to move those markers behind the grille. So this will all get removed. There'll be a radiator back here. In fact, we'll mount up a radiator under the radiator support that'll be back there. We'll move the markers back there, and then they'll show through this grille. So instead of being on the front side like this is, they'll be behind the grille, and the light will shine through. The grille will hide them, but we'll still get the light from the markers. So I need to get this cleaned up, get this nice and smoothed out, and finalize the grille, that is, get this finished up. We'll probably go ahead and get this all cut out. Maybe even start building the radiator up front and all that kind of thing to finish the grill work. But what we were able to finish up is the front bumper. So the original front bumper was this big, chunky monster of a thing that it sticks out 10 feet. It was just horrible. So we definitely needed to replace this. And I wanted to replace it with something a little more streamlined, a little sleeker, a little more fit to the body. So that's what we did. Let me flip it over and we can kind of take a look at how we did this. It's all built out of styrene. Basically, I just made a template that gave us this shape. I just held some cardboard up and was able to trace out a template to give us this shape that I could build the shape of this bumper off of. And then I just kind of added in some little tabs to the side here so we get a little bit of a wraparound for the bumper. I like the way that looks. And then the way we mounted it up is I literally just went into the bumper itself and ripped those tabs out. You can see I just used some needle nose pliers, ripped them out, and then mounted those tabs. Or first, I actually took them over to the vise over here and cut them to the length that I needed. And then I mounted them to the body. So I went ahead and screwed them to the body. And then I was able to mount the bumper on and glue the bumper to those tabs. So the point being is the way you would want to do this is mount up your tabs first. I think you can see them in there. Let me angle a little bit so you can see them in there. Mount those tabs, meaning screw them to the body where all you have is tabs showing. And then take your bumper, put it in place where you want it with your CA glue or whatever. Put it in place and let it dry up. And then you have a bumper that now I could remove this bumper, pull it off if I need to. If something happens to it, hit a rock or whatever, I need to fix it, I can get the bumper off. And put it back on. So I wanted it to definitely be able to mount and unmount because, again, if you do hit something, you don't want this glued to your body and then the whole body's you got to repair the whole body. I can just pull the bumper off. If I have to make a whole new bumper, I'm not making a whole new body. I can make just the bumper. Anyways, I think y'all get the point, but that's how it was mounted up. Again, just smooth it out with some filler. We'll probably paint this. I think we'll paint it to match the body. The old one, of course, was chrome, but I think we're going to keep everything body color. I think that'll look nice. We might end up building a bumper that even goes out in front of this, because remember, this is a 4x4. It's not actually a car anymore. It's going to be a 4x4. So we might end up building a bumper, some kind of bar bumper or something that goes out in front of this. We might have a winch on it. I don't know. I might talk to Lee over at Bull Gear and see what he wants to do with it. But that's basically what the bumper looks like right now. I think I'm going to leave it nice and smooth. I thought about maybe I still will put some bolt heads, some just little bolt heads that show how it's simulate how it's mounted. Maybe we'll just leave it smooth like they've been smoothed out. I don't know. And then we're going to do the same thing on the back because this back bumper is basically the same big bulky kind of thing, and we'll smooth it out back here with a roll pan. Back here we'll have to put a license plate spot in for it also. Obviously we want this to be street legal, so we need a license plate back there. But we'll do that in the future. But for now, that's pretty much where we're at. I think this following week, we're going to definitely finalize the door. We'll get it completely finished up. So we'll get the door skinned, the back jam done, the magnets put in, all that. And then I think we'll also finish out the grill, which means doing a final print on the grill. Hopefully I can do this myself and get it smoothed out. If I can't, I'll job it out and have somebody else do a good print. Hopefully my printer will be able to do it. But I do definitely want to get, I think, a radiator in and all that. Get this front finalized. Maybe we'll even do a little bit of the lights. I don't know. But anyways, that's where we're at with the Gremlin build so far. Let me know what you think down below. Leave those comments down there. YouTube likes to see those comments down below. It really does help promote the video in the YouTube algorithm. So do likes and so do shares. So if you could share it, I really would appreciate it. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can keep up not only with these Saturday updates, but all of the videos throughout the week, all the shorts and everything. You can keep up with it live throughout the week. Hit subscribe, notification. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you on Monday.